Now, we've gone through some tough times here in Alberta, obviously, in the last, 5 to 6 years now, with the oil patch struggling severely. It's been our bread and butter industry for decades, right?
Yeah.
What part do you see the technology sector playing in the recovery of Alberta and its economy going forward?
Yeah, fantastic question, Mario, and probably too long of an answer. Technology is really so interwoven into our world now that it's virtually impossible for a business to function without it. It's a powerful tool that really enables us to innovate, create new ideas, create new industries and products, and really helps us to be more competitive. One of the biggest challenges that we've had in Alberta over the last number of years, beside the economy, which has probably had an impact to this, is that we've really allowed ourselves to fall behind on new and emerging technologies. Compared to many other cities throughout North America, we're not leading edge anymore. We tend to be ultra conservative in our approach to new technologies versus other cities, versus other jurisdictions, which really has a negative impact, both competitively and in the growth of our skill set. And we really need to change that. We need to be adopting some of those technologies quicker. We need to be looking for ways to really enhance that environment and become more competitive again. We're recognized, and as you know, you've been in Calgary many years, right? We're recognized as an international powerhouse around energy. And in my view, we just need to continue that technology innovation in both, the traditional and the non-traditional sources of that. And technology is going to help to drive those. It drives more efficiencies, it drives better ways of doing things. We need to figure out new ways to support those emerging companies that are trying to work on that technology in this province. And by the way, there's some great things happening in this province. The problem with it is that it just gets overshadowed and we don't hear about them. I know of several amazing technology companies that have grown up in Alberta. They've exported their knowledge, they've exported their software, they're doing great things out there, but it's just really never heard. We don't hear about them because we hear, that very singular industry kind of talk, and we just need to break that, right? We need to look for ways to allow companies to get really competitive, start building on those emerging technologies, those emerging new ideas, utilize some of the fantastic technology that's out there. And so, like I said, I'm not suggesting we don't have anything great happening in the province. We sure do, right? We have some really smart, talented people that live and work in this province, and we need to really get behind that, both from a technical and non-technical perspective. I mean, there's some there's some great food ag businesses that I've met, and I'm so impressed with what they're doing. They're exporting their products all across Canada, and I ran into them in BC and in different places like that. The other thing that I'm really passionate about, and I think is really sad, is what's happening around small business today. We need to figure out very quickly how we're going to rebuild and support our small business community. They're the backbone of our economy. We need to get new technologies and training and help them to become more competitive and compete on a bigger scale. Those small businesses will support the growth of this province. So for companies like NBi, that's us, right? We're going to continue to focus on what we do best, right? And that's really in providing the best possible help we can give to our clients, allowing them really to grow and emerge and produce and make new things, that we can look forward to. Our focus has always been building business systems and solutions, and that's where we think we can add the most value to it. And lastly, I'm just going to close with that once we get through this, we must buy local. I think it's going to become so important that we support our local neighborhood businesses, whether that be technology, the grocery store, the little Chinese food, restaurants that we've all loved. We need to get out there and do it. I know we can't do it today. We're on an online kind of shopping thing, but once that's over, we really need to focus there. We're going to continue our focus in the small, medium-sized business enterprise because we have some solutions there that we know will help. and we're just going to continue to provide the best advice we can.
Okay, thanks very much for joining us today, Larry.
Thank you, Mario.
That was Larry Lizotte, who is Director of Business Development for NBi Solutions. That has been Business Insider with Mario Toneguzzi on Calgary's Business. Thanks for joining us today.